Hi guys, so if you've been watching lately, you'll know that I am busy with a series of tips and tricks and advice relating to interviews. So if you've got any interviews coming up, then I hope you catch this series and I hope that it helps. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is a very old-fashioned question, but it's still a very popular interview question. And it's the typical age-old strengths and weaknesses question. Now, it may well be asked in terms of, what do you think your biggest strength is? It may also be asked in a bit of a sort of round the corner way, a little bit more modern perhaps. What do you think would be your biggest contribution if you joined us? Of course, they're asking for your strength, you know. So be aware that this question is still asked. And I know that there's a lot of reticence out there and a lot of people roll their eyes and think, oh, it's the stupidest interview question ever because I can tell them anything I want and how do they know if it's true? I'm going to give you the psychology behind answering those questions, and I'll tell you why we ask those questions. First of all, as an interviewer, I've interviewed thousands of people in my life. I have a very, very good gut feeling when you're lying to me. So rest assured, it doesn't help you to lie to me. What does help you is when I see how you answer that question. So I want to know that you know yourself. So that pertains to some preparation. So you've understood the job that you're interviewing for, and you also know who you are in relation to that job. That shows me emotional intelligence. So that's the kind of thing I want to see. It's that simple. So I'll give you the formula. This is the PAT formula, but you can obviously tailor it as per your needs. So your biggest strength, very, very simple. You find the key element of the job, and it's generally the first or second bullet point on the advert, or it's written in a purpose sort of position overview on the advert. So it's right up front and center on the advert. And you align your strength directly with that, and you back it up with an example. So you say, well, I'm really strong at making cold calls. My previous company, I actually averaged 120 calls a day, and out of that, I exceeded my appointment target regularly. I was the top appointment booker in the company. Done and dusted. Do you see how simple that is? Another trick that you need to remember is you balance your strengths with your weaknesses. Because if you get the one question, no, you are going to get the other question. So you don't want to be in this position where you've rattled off 10 strengths and you take the chance that I ask a weakness question and I say to you, well, you've given me 10 strengths. Would you mind giving me 10 weaknesses? Okay, so just bear that in mind. One strength, one weakness. Align your strength strongly with the key purpose of the role. Back it up with an example. Simple, done and dusted. You can prepare this. There is no excuse for not knowing how to answer this question. That's what I talk about when I talk about the psychology behind how you answer this question. Next question, weaknesses. Find a weakness that is not in any way related to the job. So if you're an accountant and you never have to do presentations in this particular position that you're looking for, you would say that your weakness is public speaking because it's not relevant to the position. Okay? But then what you do is you also, the way you've backed up your strength with an example, you back up your weakness with something you've put in place that is addressing your weakness. So you say, look, I'm well aware that I struggle with public speaking and I do get quite nervous. So what I've done is I've actually joined Toastmasters and I'm finding that it's helping to improve my confidence. I'm nowhere near ready to deliver presentations yet, but I'm getting there. Simple, effective, and it shows me that you have researched and you have prepared for this question. It also shows me that you know yourself. Don't ever say you don't have a weakness, because that's when I cut the interview short, because it's a lie. You are a human, and like the rest of us, you have weaknesses. So that's my advice for you today. Good luck to those of you who are interviewing during this time. It's wet and windy here in Cape Town this morning, so I hope you're having a better day than, well, actually it's a nice day. My name is Chantel Buerta. I'm a recruitment coach and strategist. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I'm also running a free 5-day challenge next week, so if you haven't signed up, you are going to miss out. There is still time to get in. Link is in the comments. Look forward to seeing you in there next week.